Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Bill Williams, and I am here to show you how to do some fun cash flow mechanics tonight. I think you're going to enjoy it, and we're going to get started right away on time, and then we'll answer your questions if you have any at the end. So prepare yourself to have a nice evening, and we're going to be talking a lot about cash flow secrets that I've learned over the years. Let's go with this one here, and we're going to start with from the beginning. We are ONPASSIVE. That's who we are, and I'm introducing this to you. If you're not familiar with ONPASSIVE, you will be after we're done in just a little while. This is going to open your eyes to something that may be the most important thing you've heard in the last 20 years. I can back that up with some facts and figures, so hang on. You're going to like what we're talking about. Now, if I had to tell you that there was something important enough to give up my profession of dentistry to do this, that's what I've done. And we'll be talking about why and why I'm an O-founder right now. I'm a founder in the company called ONPASSIVE. The agenda tonight is really going to be about what is ONPASSIVE for those who don't know. I'm going to do a presentation that's short, 30 minutes maybe. The final call is going to be tonight because we're closing in just 7 days. So I think it's important that you realize that what you hear tonight needs to be understood as important so that you don't miss out. But 7 days from now, it won't matter. You can't be a founder after 7 days. So listen carefully as we go through this, and we'll pick up your questions at the end. We're going to talk about what is ONPASSIVE, how the revenue is made, the vision of ONPASSIVE, our mission statement, and our mission-mindedness, which is important, what the O-Founders is all about, and why O-Bless is really the heart of ONPASSIVE. And I think you'll really appreciate where we're going with this. We launched in Dubai just March 30th of 2022. That means that we are the world's biggest innovative platform before we launch. When we launched, we already had the top floor of the Burj Khalifa Hotel, which is the tallest building in the world in Dubai. We also have a marketing campaign throughout Dubai City, throughout the country, where we are on hundreds of digital displays throughout the city on a continual basis for the next 16 months. And we were covering every screen about ONPASSIVE every day for the first part of the campaign, and now every week from now on until 16 months. So I want you to know we have already started. We're already in 4 cities with our main offices. Started off in Orlando, Florida. We opened up in Hyderabad, India, that 6-story building. We're in Singapore, and of course, the main landmark is the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. We have 3 offices in Dubai, but that main one is at the top of the Burj Khalifa. So we're proud of that. I'm also proud to show you these slides that I've collaborated with Bill Must and with Mabel Chan to put these together. And it's good to give credit when people do such fine work. So that's Bill Must and Mabel Chan who worked together to put this slide show together for you. All right. Now, what we're going to be talking about tonight is the phenomenon of ONPASSIVE, which is the new king of the hill for artificial intelligence and applied technology. And when we say it, we are a phenomenon, that means that we're all about helping people change the paradigm that they worked under for all their lives. We're talking about ONPASSIVE changing lives. We're talking about giving people a way to be able to make money without risk and without having them worry about having to save money, because money's going to be coming in continually for them. it's not money that's risked though. You don't spend a lot of money to get into this, and you don't have to worry about having to work to make the money flow. So it's risk-free, and it's where you pay once and you never have to pay out of pocket again. So you don't have this ongoing feeling of having to come up with money to stay in the game. Now, this is a one-time deal for founders to get in. Founders will make an incredible amount of money, and they'll save money on the products that they use, being customers of ONPASSIVE's really unbelievable, effective, and simple to use products. When I say it's incredible and it's simple, that means that you're going to find that there's no selling that you have to do, there's no recruiting that you have to do, and that we start with 50 digital products as our base that we come to the market with. And we have much more than 50 products, as you're going to find out. But we start off strong, very strong. So anyone who becomes a founder or a customer will succeed. Everyone succeeds because the AI does all the work for you. You don't have to do anything to make it successful. Once you join, whether you're alone or whether you want to develop a team of people to help you to develop it faster, you're all going to get to the same place eventually with income, production. So whether you're alone or whether you're with a team, you're going to do well. And Mr. Mafarath, Ash Mafarath, is the founder who vowed to share the wealth of ONPASSIVE with all the founders. And so he set up a system for us to be able to tap in to the cash flow that comes through. And so this is unlike any other business that's ever been brought to the front. Now, if you find somebody is telling you that this is network marketing or multi-level, they're wrong. They don't know. So this is basically a normal business selling products and paying commissions to people as the products get sold. And we have a unique proprietary compensation plan. Now, the fact that Ash Mafarath said he was going to share the wealth should ring a bell with everyone listening. This is not the normal way that the CEOs operate. You know, the 4 or 5 richest people in the world are not particularly sharing the wealth. They're amassing the wealth, and it's accumulating, and they're worth hundreds of billions of dollars. Well, if Ash had wanted to, this company, which will likely be the biggest company in the world before it's finished, he will be sharing it with millions of founders and millions of representatives that come after the founders are closed. So you can be for sure that this is a company that's fair and honest. We know that ONPASSIVE is becoming a household name. They chose Dubai for the simple reason that it's the marketing capital of the world, where more tourists come through that city than any other city in the world. And we're getting more exposure there because this super mega tourist market, people come and see what they see, they take pictures, and then they send things home for their friends and family to see what they're doing in Dubai. And so we have an audio visual display in every billboard in Dubai. We bought every billboard in Dubai, every digital screen, and many billboards, every movie screen. And every time they go out, they see ONPASSIVE, they send the information home. And it's a fantastic marketing place to be. And that's where we are. Now, we have now almost 1.4 million who've joined us as founders. We are saying that these people are there to enjoy their best life. Their best life is their dream life. And why is it the dream life? Well, they're going to gain financial independence, for one. And when you have financial independence, you have empowerment. You have time to do what you want, to fulfill your dreams. You have hope for the future of yourself and your family. You can live a life of purpose. You don't have to toil doing something you don't like. You can do things that mean things to you that can fulfill the destiny that you felt like you were brought on the earth to fulfill. That's a big thing for people, and that's a big draw for the people who are founders. We all kind of thought we would get into it to make a little bit of income extra. But once we got in, we saw that this was the journey of our lives and that this was going to take us on a trip, that road to our hopes and dreams, to financial independence. And financial independence also means what? Time independence. Do what you want when you want. Here's how the revenue is going to be made. We have 3 different positions in ONPASSIVE. One of them is called the founder, one is the customer, and one is the reseller. When you're a founder, you're in before we launch, before we start. And that means you're like a partner in the business and you're like an owner of the business. Now, this is a privately owned company and it's debt-free. So we're not talking about anything like you're a stockholder. You're a member of ONPASSIVE as a founder. It's a special position. When we launch, we'll invite people to come in as customers. Those customers may choose to be resellers so they can earn income. So that's the 3 positions. Every founder is, in addition to a founder, a customer, and a reseller. So you get to do all those things if you choose to. So let's look at how it is that you get in. You join as a founder for $97 plus $5 processing fee, your total $102. At the launch period, when we start opening up all the products to be bought by the public, we could call that the global launch. We're already in the launch period right now. We're doing the global marketing campaign, and soon we will close our founder positions, June 22, 7 days from now, as I'm recording this. Now, when you get to the time where we're selling to the public, then founders will pay an initial activation fee for their customer position, because they're going to be customers too. And you'll pay somewhere between $200 and $300 to have the full scope of all the products. So that means you're going to get everything in the ecosystem for a very low price. Founders pay only once to join that 97, and they pay only one activation fee. That's all the founders will ever have to pay out of pocket. The rest will be paying monthly and yearly subscriptions, and we'll be paying those through profits. So we'll never have to come out of pocket. It'll always be something that you don't miss because it comes out of your profits. And when I say it comes out of profits, you won't notice the difference because the profit's going to be so much larger than the small $200 a month. We can buy as many founder positions as we want. So you don't have to have just one. If you want more, you can have more. So you can buy one for your family, your kids, your grandkids, your church, your other charities that you believe in. So here's how we do it. Before the global launch, we're founders. And when the global launch happens, we all become customers and resellers. And then we can actually refer other people in if we want to and tell people about it. But we don't have any requirement to sell anything, no quotas. We're going to get high targeted traffic to our website that ONPASSIVE builds for us. And they're going to have all the products that ONPASSIVE sells on those websites. And it's going to be totally an automated system. That automated system will go out and market to the 5 billion internet users. And I guarantee you, we have something that every single one of the internet users and people on the earth will want to use. We've got things that everybody who drives a car will want to use. We've got something that everybody that is in the building trades is going to want to use. And so we have a huge scope of products that people are going to want to use. And these 5 billion people will start accruing the different products we have, one or more, as customers. And then as soon as they decide they like what they're seeing, they could choose to be a reseller and refer friends and become paid customers. See, that's the thing. A reseller is basically a customer who gets paid to use the products, and they get income more than it costs to even use the products. So we're going to have many, many people who are resellers who refer their friends, and they'll have their products paid for free, same as you and I, if you're a founder. So it all goes in a big circle. All the customers eventually get the traffic if they become resellers, and they start referring, and we all do well. Revenue is made when customers and resellers sell things and you get overrides as the co-founder group. So just think of it. If we've got 1.4 million founders right now, and we get a couple of billion people in after us, all their work is going to accrue some benefit to the founders. So it's a huge amount of benefit to being an early adopter in this particular game. ONPASSIVE is a wealth distribution machine. There's a wealth transfer that's going to go on, and people that never were able to make it in the past in the internet specifically. I've seen hundreds of people who tried to make money on the internet and they couldn't do it. And so we're going to have the ability to totally guarantee success. The 5 billion people that come in are going to love ONPASSIVE because they can get in for little or no money for free. They can use products for free. They can refer people to ONPASSIVE to use the same products for free. And if some people want to buy them, the people that refer them get credit. The credit comes because of the viral nature of how this thing spreads and works. Customers who use ONPASSIVE products will save a lot of money. Our products will be a fraction of the cost of what they already use. A fraction of the cost of what they already use. Get that. But it makes sense that they're going to like it the best because they're going to make money with ONPASSIVE, not just save money. We send targeted traffic to their business, their filling station, their dental office, their beauty salon. So you can set up your own business to be getting targeted traffic through the ONPASSIVE business funnel. Or you can save money by having everything that you need to run a business in a one-stop shop under one umbrella. We have over 50 digital tools, and they're going to be growing more and more every year. We will empower your business to grow, your normal business that you already own. Now, if you don't have a business, you can use the ONPASSIVE products to be your business and sell them, and that's actually going to be more lucrative, you'll find, than what you're doing in your current business, I think. It makes sense to make money with ONPASSIVE either way. Passively, you don't have to do anything for that money to come in because of the automated advertising, the automated marketing, the automated leads, and the automated signups, and automated recruiting, and the automated team building. So you got the picture. Everything's on autopilot with ONPASSIVE. You don't have to do things yourself. You sign up, you get in, then you do nothing. You just watch the money grow if you want to. Passive investing. Now, this can be sent to businesses. You can have service organizations use this. Even governments are getting involved with us, and whole governments are going to be using our services. They're going to totally change the way governments work when they start using these kind of products because they're so secure, they're so inexpensive, they're so manageable. We can use it to work with people on missions around the world, charities in your local areas, NGOs. It's just going to be a messaging and a networking type of a bonanza for team builders. You know, thousands of network marketing and MLM companies around the world will buy these products because of the huge ability to connect and teach and share that we have that nobody else has. They'll be able to double their profits by using the automated systems. If you have the ability to double your business that you're already running through ONPASSIVE and then add ONPASSIVE on the side, on the top of that, you'll have much more income. And you'll save income from what you're actually using right now. Whatever products you're using will come in half as much, a third as much. I mean, it's going to be ridiculously good for the consumer. So we have a smart business solution. We have total one-stop shop for the internet solution platforms. And we have what I call a viral marketing strategy where anybody can get into this and talk about it with other people and say, try this cool email program called OMail. It's better than anything I've ever seen. It's got unlimited amount of storage. I came up with a message today on my account that I use for email, and it said I was 86% full and I needed to buy more space. Well, ONPASSIVE will not require you to buy more space. It's included, unlimited space. And so we've got something that everybody else wants, is unlimited usage. For many of our products, you don't have to pay extra. All you do is pay that little monthly fee if you're a customer. Now look at all our products that we're showing off right now. It's these 20 something of the 50. And if you look at them, what they do, they are as good or better than everything in the market that relates to, in this case, Academy is education. You can teach on it, you can coach, you can do counseling, you can be a student and take all kind of classes. This is homeschooling at its best. K through university and graduate level, all can be done on Academy. Maybe you like Mail that I mentioned. It's going to be the most thorough, dynamic mail system that's ever been developed, better than anything out there. What about Connect? We're looking right now through a program called Zoom, and you probably noticed there were some glitches as we got started because it's kind of clunky to get in there and start it up and get it running. You got buttons to push, and if you don't do it right, it kind of doesn't look right, and you sometimes miss some of the action. You don't capture it all on video or something happens. Well, Connect is going to be tons better, a lot more automated. AI is going to be in every one of our products to make it better. Create is going to make websites for us that you don't have to even touch. You need a website, all you have to do is say, I need a website, click on a few buttons, and the website gets built for you. This is going to be a magical tool for people who never thought they could create things online. And if you don't want to create something, we'll make it all for you. We have Shop for getting your stationery and all your things that you need to be a professional looking business. We have accounting. It's going to do everything you need in the accounting field. You don't have to go out and buy a separate accounting program, which everybody must have. Net is going to require nothing of you, but it's going to offer you everything. It'll probably be free to use. It'll take the place of many of the clunky old rule-ridden social media platforms that just drive you crazy with all their rules and things they won't let you do. Well, Net is going to be a totally safe place that's going to allow you to do what you need to do to have the perfect social media outlet. Staff is HR, human relations, staff management. You could run your business off of Staff totally. You don't need anything else as far as staff management. And there's Domain, which would be setting up your domain and getting your hosting and getting everything set up so you can have that website. It's all automated, all done for you. All you have to do is just think up the domain name that you want. And finally, I want to mention Bless because it's the heart of ONPASSIVE. This is what we do with the money we make, is we figure out how we want to bless people. We want to donate to different causes that we believe in. Maybe we want to do a startup of some new idea, some business, and we want to innovate some kind of a technology. Well, we can do it through the Bless process because this is a GoFundMe mechanism. This is a pay it forward mechanism where you can help people get started. You can help people in need, and you can do things that will benefit humanity in your community or around the world. So all these programs have unique features. The main thing about them is, though, that they're all included. When you come in, you win. You get it all. If you're a founder, you get every one of these programs for the rest of your life for that one cost that we mentioned. So if you're in this race and you enter it, you'll always cross the finish line. You're not going to ever fall on your knees and not finish. This is the finish line for winners. When you're in ONPASSIVE, we say that success is a done deal. I mean, because we know the end game, we know that belonging is all it takes. It doesn't take work. It doesn't take quotas. All it takes is belonging. And so all founders are in, they belong. It's a game changer in the term terminology of how business is conceptualized. So just like the inventors of the internet that created an industry with a radical technology, nobody believed it, that anybody could even come up with something like the internet, right? Well, in this particular scenario, this business plan, Ash decided that $97 was enough to get people to realize that this is something that they could be a part of. It's not about the money, it's about belonging. And so we decided to join it, all of us, 1.4 million of us so far, and it's growing quite larger every day. We decided to be a disruptive industry member, a founder. And we're going to make the totally incredible money. We know that. We don't even have to worry about, is it going to happen? Because we know what's coming. We've already seen the other side of the page that you haven't. So anything is possible. Anything that you want to do that's valuable in life, it takes belief. It takes belief in something, some vision, someone that is been there, done that, somebody who you can look up to and respect. So that someone is definitely Ash Mafara. That's definitely somebody who's been a world leader in marketing and advertising. That's his background. And Ash, with all his degrees in information technology and having attended Harvard and other places, MIT places, he never gave up and had a vision after many years of struggling through being the top producer in companies he was part of. He always had a heart for people who couldn't make it, because he was always on the top, but he always couldn't bring people up with him. As we've all found, you can have ultra success yourself, maybe by hard work, but you can't bring people with you. And so Ashley's got that positive mindset. He says a negative mindset will never give you a positive life. And so he believes in surrounding himself with positive people. All the founders are basically some of the most positive people you'll find. And he's looking for more positive people, by the way. That's why we're talking tonight. That's why we're making the last week appeal to people to come in to ONPASSIVE as founders, because we can take a few more positive people. And we actually are discouraging negative people to join us because we don't really appreciate their point of view. We say this: don't let your past close the doors to your future, or as I've often said, don't let your history be your destiny. You can do better. And this is the way you can start. If your history is not what you want it to be, it doesn't have to be what it's going to be in the future. So our someone and our something are Ash Mafara and ONPASSIVE. But there's somebody else that you need to really focus on, believing them and giving them your ear. And once you've engaged, you'll get all of these feelings yourself. But you don't know, if you just found out about ONPASSIVE, you don't know much about it. You have to really trust somebody. And so I would trust the referrer who told you about ONPASSIVE, because they're probably in and they're engaged already. If you trust the person who told you about ONPASSIVE and you're engaged with them and you talk with them, you'll soon find out that ONPASSIVE is real. Ash Mafara is a superhuman being. And we have webinars and YouTube videos that explain everything. So there's a lot of information available if you get engaged. Once you're engaged, your doubt becomes a thing of the past and you become confident. ONPASSIVE will energize you as you go through and learn about it. I haven't seen too many more excited people than the founders of ONPASSIVE. Their confidence is right up here. And that confidence is that we already have gotten our financial lives taken care of. As soon as this thing starts, the financial things start to happen. And so we're on the cusp of starting right away. So people are excited. People are looking forward to the next couple of weeks and months. So the creator of ONPASSIVE, Ash Mafara, is actually standing on the shoes, in the shoes and on the shoulders of the great inventors of the world. You'll find that he's going to be probably considered one of the great inventors. People invented cars like Henry Ford. People brought us the telephone, Alexander Graham Bell, the airplanes, the Wright brothers, aerospace with Elon Musk and his endeavors, light bulbs, Thomas Edison. These people are household names. School children know them. The smartphone by maybe Steve Jobs. These people came up with ideas. I know Al Gore did not invent the internet, so I won't mention that. But I would say this, ONPASSIVE is inventing a new way to work the internet, and that we will physically reshape the world. That's a little punchline that you want to see. In a couple of years, we have heard ONPASSIVE will reshape the world. You'll be looking down from outer space and something will look different. So just put your hat on and start thinking, what could that be? But right now, we're going to change the world with hope and love, because as we get going, we're going to create an industry that turns into a movement. We're creating such a restoring and such an enabling system to empower people. See, we're going to empower people to become a movement. And this movement is going to do some special things. It empowers the old founders to do more than they ever thought they could. It's going to empower the old founders to live out their life of purpose and passion. What does that mean? Well, we all have a vision and we all have a mission in life. A lot of us even have a calling, something that's really spiritually deep inside that we're called to do. And I would say that it's worthy to talk about ONPASSIVE is a heart-led company, that everything that we do is based on how can we change the world and make it better. It's not about how to make the most profit, although we're going to make a lot. We could make a lot more, but we're going to cut our prices. We're going to over-deliver. We're going to give more than people expect. We're going to deliver hope for the hopeless. We're going to put shoes on the shoeless, find clean water and make clean water, create clean water for the thirsty. It's people helping people, getting food for the hungry. We have smiles for the sad. We're even going to have virtual hugs for the lonely, and a heavenly place to be in while you're here on earth. We want to make the world a better place. And so I'm appealing to you right now, if you're a heart-led person and you really feel for others, compassionate, this might be something you want to look into for simply that reason. I would say that there's 20, 30, 40% of the founders whose main drive is not the money we're going to make, but the good we're going to do. But you can't do a lot of good unless you have a lot of money. And so we're going to be able to take both, put them together. ONPASSIVE is going to do with their vision, their global missions. They want to revolutionize the internet world. And because they're doing that smart, they're going to harvest wealth from the internet. They're going to transfer wealth from those who have it, maybe over to those who don't have it. If you join and you don't have wealth, you will have wealth. And so there's a chance that you could win that lottery. Mission 2 is to empower the founders with most of this wealth. There's going to be a large portion of the wealth generated in ONPASSIVE that goes straight to the founders and all the people who come in afterwards as partners, resellers. So we're talking about 100% of founders being successful, and it's a done deal. It's already envisioned, it's already planned, it's already outlined. So this is something that's not maybe going to happen. It's going to happen for every founder. That's why you should be a founder. Mission 3 is to make the world a better place, and that's the business of loving people and making humanity your game plan. Hope for the homeless, the hungry, the shoeless, the thirsty. The founders are then compelled by love for people to share this gift of ONPASSIVE to millions who need the most. And we have a funding program, a platform called Oh Blessed. And this is going to open up the door for all these founders who are having much more money than they need to bless people who are still in need and haven't joined ONPASSIVE. And one of the things we'll be doing is offering people a chance to get into ONPASSIVE for free and have them work their way into having the ability to have an income coming through ONPASSIVE. And we'll have fundraising. We'll be empowering founders to give to the charities, to set up things of their own nature. Maybe they have some project in their local village. They want to make a water well in Africa. They might have, I got a group over in Africa who wants to do a transcontinental highway, like the interstate system of America. They want to do that in Africa. So that's a big project, right? They want to do that. I think they will one day. So we want to make the world a better place with that home for the homeless. We've already started doing that, actually. We got homeless shelters being planned. We've got feeding the hungry and medical care being delivered already. Some of the people in the name of OBLESS and ONPASSIVE have already started doing things, because we came together in Boston just May 31st of this year. And Ash put together what he called the Dream Team, the group of individuals who were called to come and deliver a message to the world about how ONPASSIVE was beginning, at the beginning of ONPASSIVE launch, where we were in Dubai. We came to Boston to watch it virtually as this unveiling of the Dubai marketing campaign started. The branding campaign of ONPASSIVE is what it was. And so Ash and I and all these other gentlemen and ladies gathered together in Boston. By the way, a lot of you don't know me. Again, just to let you know, I'm Dr. Bill Williams, and been doing dentistry for 46 years. And I've been on ONPASSIVE as a leader for 2 years. And I just found out about it 2.5 years ago. And I decided this was something I wanted to sink my teeth into as a dentist. And I wanted to dedicate my next 20 years to helping ONPASSIVE. I'm one of the world's top 100 doctors, and that is an honor. That's through one of our educational institutions. I've got a lot of history with speaking internationally. I'm a business coach. I've taught dentists for 30 years. #1 best-selling author on 2 books. And my dental practice in Swanee is one of the most joyful things I've ever done. 46 years doing that. I recently retired just this year to concentrate just on ONPASSIVE. And so as part of a dental practice, I was Small Business Person of the Year in 2005. And I'm probably most proud of receiving the Ron Lamb Award from the Christian Dental Society as the outstanding mission dentist in North America back in 2007. We went to Kenya 10, 12 times, and other countries like Honduras and Vietnam and other places over a period of years. And one of my partners, Kumaran, in Singapore and Malaysia area of the world, made this video to show some of the missions. So I wanted to show you the missions. This is an example of what we can do with OBLESS. We built that hospital. We treated people indoors and out, medical, dental, pharmacy. We did surgical procedures or sent people to the hospitals. We would line people up and treat them for hours and hours every day, make a makeshift dental office. There's no running water and there's no electricity in any of these places. We would have fundraisers here at home, and we would build water projects. They need water badly everywhere in the third world. I enjoyed going to Da Nang, Vietnam. And then there's Ash Mufareth and I down in Orlando. We met and we talked and we did some planning. We brought together some high-level medical personnel in Orlando, plan for the future, how Academy could be integrated into the medical university training system, the postgraduate system for doctors all over the world, to bring them into the sphere of first world medicine, even though it was a third world country, because the education could be imported through Academy and the system. So we really want to go forward and make something special out of something that seems ordinary. We're going to be more than just an average company, and we want to invite you all to come with us. If you're a founder in ONPASSIVE, you are empowered. And again, I thank Mabel Chan from Singapore, Team Passion Leader, my partner down there in Singapore, and Bill Musk, our partner in UK, for helping us, because they provide these slides. They did such a great job of putting things together. You know, talking about putting things together, let me tell you one last story about data centers and what ONPASSIVE has for you and for us. We thought, well, when I got into it, we thought this is just a marketing campaign, like a funnel builder. And then it turned out it was 50 products that cover everything. And then we go along a little more, and they tell us not only do we have digital products, but we have the place those digital products live. We have the data centers, the server farms that all around the world people are using to host all of the internet and all the data of all the companies. And so we've gotten into the data center business as one of our multiple sources of income that ONPASSIVE will be sharing with the founders. So if we have many data centers around the world, we've already got these going, that means that we've got income coming in, because we're going to be able to rent out space to other companies, as ours is so big that other people will have the need to use our space. So just thinking about data centers, they are the most profitable area in Amazon's whole business, we hear. If that's true, then we'll be doing the same thing. We are looking to be the world's top internet marketing solution. In addition to having the top number of products, we're going to be the #1 marketing solution. You know, Facebook and, you know, Amazon and Google and many of the websites that are off and on have ads on them. I mean, people pay money to put their ads on different websites. Well, we have the same plan, and we'll have the ability to put ads on all of our websites if we choose to. And those are going to pay money to us, the founders. And so we're going to be the hunted, not the hunters. People are going to look to us to put things on our websites. And so we have income potential. And what I'm really saying to you is we only can tell you about 10% of what ONPASSIVE has. There's 90% we can't even tell you about. When you get in, you'll find out. ONPASSIVE is not just another business. It's just not another company that sells a widget, a gadget. No, we're an innovative technology company with a life-changing solution for humanity. We can help anybody have an income. We can help any company grow bigger. We can help you change your destiny. And so we're excited that only $97 can lead you to be in this position. Ajman Farah has over-delivered for us, the O-Founder group. Us 1.4 million are totally blown away by what opportunity the $97 has brought us. It's still open for 7 more days. So if you know only 10%, ONPASSIVE is really much bigger than you think. It's going to be probably bigger than even the founders think, because Ash has told us he hadn't even let us know everything until after the founder position closes, which is 7 days. So I want to say this. If the door is closing, are you ready to walk through it before it slams shut? How do you become a founder? If you want to join, you basically get back to the person who told you about ONPASSIVE and let them give you their link. This link, my link is otrim.ai/leap. Now, you'll notice that that's one of our products. We're very proud of OTrim. OTrim lets us take any long URL that's unwieldy and make it short. You've heard of those kind of things before. Bitly, others, Google would do that. Now we've got otrim.ai, and you can customize the link into any words you want that's available. So if you want to be a member, you basically have the opportunity up until midnight on June 22nd. Then it's over for good, never again to be open to anybody for any price. So $97 is a great deal. We're boarding right now. We pulled up to the gate at the airport. We're fixing to get on the private jet. The final call for founders is here. You go to otrim.ai/leap. You could be a member tonight. If you don't, you got 6 more days. So I just want to invite you guys to come on in and get your founding position. Founding position can be yours. With that, that's the end of the presentation. I'm going to stop the actual slideshow, and I'll see if I can take a few questions, and then we'll call it a night, and everybody will say, we made it in under an hour. So that's always revolutionary to come in under an hour. I'm going to open up the chat, see if anybody's got anything over here. I'd love to get the recording. I've been a founder for a year or so. I had to leave. You can have the recording, of course. It'll be on YouTube. I hope I've got YouTube started correctly. And if you want to do that, that would be fine. Somebody asked, how can I grow my business? And I would say this: if you want to grow this business and you are serious about wanting to help people, it is not a problem that you'll find people that'll help you. If you come in under somebody who's actually interested in helping you, you'll find a leader that's interested in helping you, then you can go far with it, because they'll take you by the hand and lead you. Because there are trained people who love to do this. And there's others who don't want a thing to do with it, and they don't want to build a business. All they want to do is let ONPASSIVE do it for them. And that's okay. Everybody can do it their way. You can build it with vigor, or you can just sit and be what I call a rocking chair founder and just do nothing and let the money grow slowly over time. It's going to happen. Those who have some, interest to build it, they'll go a little faster. They'll get income 6 figures before the people that sit around and do nothing, but just wait for ONPASSIVE. 6 figures could come as long as you're patient with them to them. Somebody asked, do you have to pay $200 monthly? That's not a guaranteed number. That's just an estimate. And there's going to be a range of money that you can pay for the product, a range for the service. And if you're a customer, you have to pay it every month. If you're a founder, you pay it one time out of pocket to get started, called the activation fee. And after that, it doesn't come out of your pocket. It comes out of your profits. And the profits are going to be way more than that $200. See, once you get about 3 people that are under you in terms of the people you personally get in or ONPASSIVE brings in for you, you don't have any more cost. So it goes quickly to no cost. And that'll happen for every founder. I think it's important to let people know that this is a automated business. Somebody asked if anyone's looking for someone to manage their Amazon account or need any help. This is like spam, I think. It looks like spam. What do you think? If spam comes into something, ONPASSIVE, you know what we do? We can kick them out. They can never come back in. You get spammed a lot by people in regular internet. But with ONPASSIVE, if somebody offers you something you don't want to look at, you can just cut them out and not have any more connection to them. So anytime that we're talking to people about ONPASSIVE and then they start putting other businesses in the chat box, we basically will not have them be part of our team. So I'd be careful if I were you putting things into a chat box, because you might get locked out of ONPASSIVE for life. And once you're locked out, you can't get back in. We're all about the correction of the corruption. And when we meet spammers, when we meet people who take advantage of others, they're going to be out. Anybody who likes to censor others, they won't be allowed in. It's going to be a pretty good system we have. Any other questions that you have, you can put them over there in the chat and I'll answer them. Glad to do that. If you sign up for a founder prior to global launch, will I be able to purchase additional positions after ONPASSIVE launches? No, this is not open after we cut out the founder positions. On the 22nd, that's the last day. And so everything that has to be done to be a founder has to be done before midnight California time on the 22nd. Does ONPASSIVE accept founders, customers, resellers from a country around the globe, given that it's an online operation, even territories? Yeah, we're already in 213 countries. We are able to do financial transactions in like 196 countries already. And we're working on the others. And we have the ability to do somewhere in the neighborhood of, I think it was 108 or some number of currencies we can pay you in. And so we are global in every country of the world, essentially. We're working on getting in every place. And there's some ones that are a little bit troublesome, 3 or 4, but we're working on everything. And we're already in 213 places, countries, territories. Good question, though. You do have to get your sign up done before the 22nd. Tonight would be a great night to be a founder. You're welcome, Eduardo. Glad to help out. We've got a great group all around the world. You can find somebody in your country right now to buddy up with and pal up with. I've got friends in Singapore, and I've got tons and tons of people all over the US, which is where I'm from. I've got people in Europe, in Africa, all over Asia. We're strong in India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, South Africa, UK, Germany, Switzerland, Australia. A lot of people in a lot of countries. So if you're anywhere in the world and want to be a success, third world, second world, first world, doesn't matter. You can be easily a success. And it's a lot easier than you think it is. Ash has got a heart for people, wants everybody to succeed. So he's making it affordable for everybody in the world to join. Some way, somehow, he says he wants to make a way for everybody to afford the products and everybody to afford becoming a customer. And of course, at $97, he's made it affordable for everybody to be a founder. I mean, we have 6,000 or 7,000 people in Papua New Guinea. How many of you think Papua New Guinea is rich? How many of you think that they have good internet coverage in all the remote areas of the jungles? They don't. But they have 7,000 people in that country, probably counting on everything. Counting on everything. Can we create a marketing campaign for one particular product? Yes, you can. Do you recommend promoting OFounders as a whole? OFounders has been promoted by the company and other OFounders for about the last 3.5 years. So yeah, it was great to promote OFounders, but now you can only promote it for 6-7 more days, because on the 22nd of June, it ends. You can't promote something that doesn't exist anymore. You can't get more memberships. It's going to be cut off. Special group. It's a group that's getting perks. It's a group that's getting benefits because they were early adopters. And because we have founders of this number, we have a guaranteed success. This company is launching worth a valuation of $5 billion when we launch. That's why we took 4 years to develop the products and develop the founder base, so that when we launched, we would be guaranteed success. You know, just the number of founders we have is going to guarantee success of the company. And now, with the products being as good as they are, the sales will guarantee the success of the founders too. It's a win-win situation. Very smart business acumen Ash has to bring us to the point where we can actually be successful in a guaranteed way. Now, he won't release the products until they're top-notch, perfect, and guaranteed to wow people. And so there's not going to be a product brought to market that people go, oh, this is not worth keeping. So every customer we get, we'll probably keep them all in the 90% range for years. Instead of them going somewhere else, they'll stay with us because we have innovation, we have AI backbone, we have the best price. Number one value in business today is ONPASSIVE. Well, if that's all the questions, I'll close it off. But if you throw another question in there, we'll get it and then close off after that one more question. I want to thank you all for attending. Got a good crowd in tonight, and it's fun to talk about something that's dear to my heart, the ONPASSIVE products, the heart product, Oh Bless, the technology products like Oh Connect, which is going to revolutionize online video conferencing like this, the O Academy, which is going to be the teaching platform that I'll use to teach all around the world. So if someone becomes a founder, what is the monthly expense? Well, it'll be whatever the activation fee is, pretty much, but that's going to be covered by your profit, so you don't have to pay it. Founders don't pay anything after they join and activate 1 month. It's a monthly fee that you pay, but it comes out of profits. So just have a scenario. What if we're making $3,000 a month out of profits? We'll take $200 off, pay the activation fee every month to go another month. But you get $3,000 this month, $3,500 the next month, $4,000 the next month. You know, it keeps growing the longer you're in. So don't worry about what it costs monthly, because founders don't have a cost. If you had to buy the programs that we're going to give you as a founder, you'd pay $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. Those programs have that much cost on the market at normal value. Some of them much more if you're using some of the high-end programs. And so we're going to give them all to you for $200, $300. It's not a set price. It's going to be packages. You can get a little package, a middle package, a big package maybe, but whatever you want, you'll get. And if you're a founder, you get them all anyway. But if you're a customer, you might have different size packages that you could purchase. Sound good? Good question, Tim. Thank you for asking. I hope everyone here that's not a member will join, and I hope that you'll be successful and that you'll live the best life. You'll have time freedom. You'll have money freedom like you never believed. And I think the best thing, the reason I'm doing this is because I want something for my children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. I want to start a family legacy of providing for them, and they can have a college education paid for in advance. They can have the first house paid for in advance. They can have automobiles when they graduate from, high school or sooner. These things can happen if we join ONPASSIVE and it goes like we expect. You can have family legacy built. And if you really do it right and it grows fast, you could have a family dynasty where you become like the Rockefellers, the Carnegies, the Vanderbilts, those people who amassed a fortune and then they passed it on to their grandchildren to have a foundation that they would run a foundation that had billions of dollars in it eventually. That's what the big tycoons of the 18th, 19th century did. They built something that was huge and passed it on to their children. And they run the Ford Foundation. They run the Carnegie Foundation now. the Bill Gates Foundation has, been formed in this lifetime, and it'll go on for hundreds of years, the money they've amassed. And so everybody has their own plan long-term. We have a plan long-term to do a lot of good around the world in the name of ONPASSIVE. So with that, I'll end it, and thank you for being part of our webinar tonight, and look forward to seeing you before the 22nd on the list of